Welcome guys, this is a replay from the Foch 1.5. I finally got it. Took me about a year to grind it, considering that it was not that active. And I'm playing here on Pearl River together with Tomas and STI, and Map and RT, and you'll probably already curse me for taking RT in my platoon. But he, together with me, wins the game, so it's all good. And he is a really good experienced RT player, so I don't mind. Anyways, I'm going over the K line. It's one of my favorite spots. They changed the map a couple of patches ago heavily. You can either push really hard in the south from both sides, but I prefer to hang back a little, see what's going on, see how the other flanks do. From this position you can also shoot to the middle. There's a nice position at G6, so that's just really great. You can just help out a lot there. Well, the Foch 1.5, you probably already encountered it many times before. It has been hit by the nerf pad really hard, mostly the mobility, also a bit of the damage, and I believe also the armor. I'm not sure about that. The armor is pretty similar to like the Tortoise. It can bounce in mid to long distances, but in short distance it can be bouncy, but it can also really be penetrable by almost anything. The advantage over the Tortoise here is that of course it has the mobility, still it has quite good mobility, and has a drum. So if you encounter like a tier 8 that pens you, tier 8 is most likely to die anyways, because you can just clip it. So let's see at the minimap. Lots of guys in the north, especially from my team, but the enemy platoon is there. It's the VK German tier 10, the FV British tier 10 heavy, and the E50M. And I here find the IS-3, a bit of a crappy shot. So it's my own fault for critting one of my 3 shells. But I track him and I just take him out really easily. 45.85 seconds reload. But I've done my first 1500 damage. The enemy must have noticed that I was clipping this IS-3. They went in, like I said, you can just push into that position, and they're now pushing on to the IS-3. The T-20 prototype that was going from the middle is even catching up. He already shot the IS-3 one time. But I'm almost reloaded. What do we have here? Panda 2 in front of my gun. I don't shoot him twice. Reason for that is that I had a pretty big chance of missing that one. I don't want to waste another shell from a drum, especially not when they're attacking. But I still do. I just have 0 crit or bounce on the T-54. Of course, when it's a one shot. And I'm reloading again, less than 30 seconds to go, but I've already dealt 3000 damage. But the team is not faring well. The north has lots of problems, the middle as well. I'm getting penned by the T-54. Not sure why, where. But I'm almost reloaded, and I'm like, hey, there's a 3090, there was a Type 62 close to Map. I'm going for the T-20 prototype because I'm sure that he is alone. and I can just clip it. So there goes the first, there goes the second, and I see the T-54 already coming. Very curious to help his buddy there, but nothing you can do. Still have a third shell. And look who we have here, a Type 62. He didn't find a map, which is fortunate. But also the 3090 joined, tried to save the Jack Panther 2, but I wasn't able to. And I'm still reloading now. The AMX 3090 cannot really pam me that well on the front. He doesn't really know that I'm reloading. Apparently he does realize it now. He's trying to get away. But of course I'm still quite mobile. I just follow him. And there goes my my first shell of my new clip. Pretty obvious. He either should have run away straight from the beginning, or he should have just tried and pen me. Anyways, the Lowy has lost, so it's just 2 versus 4 situation. I'll just speed forward a little bit. And well, we have to work really closely here now. I expected that the E50M would come through the middle. Pretty obvious spot for him, because he knew where I was. VK is apparently at 1800 HP. I heard that already from my teammate. And he is well, the biggest threat at the moment. But it might also be that the E50M is coming from the other side, so just take a look there. And what do we have here? Bad chat that's trying to get to us. And here take a damage shot from E50M from the middle. Of course I tell Map. And there we go. Because there was a second shot. And then a third shot. The third shot was the E50M probably. The second shot was the IS-3 that missed me. But he got blind fired by Map, so that was good. A good trade as well. I killed RT, Map killed IS-3, and I took 1 damaging shot from the E50M. So we're back to 2 versus 2 situation. Just speeding forward a little bit. We decide to go back to base. The VK is working closely with the platoon mate, the E50M. He must be... yeah, he can't really come from the middle. That's something that we weren't expecting at all. So he must come somewhere from the north. We go back to base. It's most likely where you will come. We're just going to drive there. Of course we're going together, waiting for each other. In case I encounter somebody, then Map is straight behind me and he can just fire a shell. Map's taking this side over. I'm going back because I don't trust the E50M. It's been too long that we've seen something from him. And of course he comes from the back, and I make a mistake here, shooting the ground, but I still have my repair kit. He tracked me like he should have, and I can just take him out. But we're not sure where the VK is right now, so it's a 2 versus 1 situation, pretty doable, but I'm a 1-shot for the VK. I can clip the VK myself. I'm still reloading at the moment. And of course I also have Map, but also Map is a 1-shot for the VK. So best case scenario is that he would get shot and I would just clip the VK, or I would shoot the VK and Map would finish the job. I move to this position again. I do that because I can then see the K line as well as where the VK is coming from right now. Just as expected, but I'm bit too fast here. He should have let him come up a little bit more, so Map could have hit him. Now he hit the house, and I was just lucky to bounce a shell from the VK. All I have to do right now is that I want Map behind me, of course. So I'm luring the VK back towards us. Not too fast, because otherwise Map is not in position. But also not too slow, otherwise VK will have a shot on my Corona, like right now. I was already aiming. So just lure him to this corner. If he comes there, Map can take a shot. And if he goes for Map, then I will have the clip. While he shoots, Map misses, but he misses as well. So I just decide to go in and shoot him from a lower position up in his lower frontal plate, so that's always a big advantage. I can just clip him with this drum. So we then take a look at the battle score. It was my ace tanker. I got it after a couple of matches, which is great. Got Radley Walters because of the 8 kills, high caliber, top gun, and a 4.2k double. That's not bad. So what did I do? I almost did 7100 damage, which is a lot considering that next two are T57 and MOP together good for 5400. So I really did a lot. We even have a tier 9 medium that did 0 damage. So this team must be glad that I was in a team together with MOP. And also, of course, the enemy did quite well, especially 50M and VK. But together they did, yeah, just a little bit more than I did on my own. Anyways, 14 on 5 base experience, which is good. And I got that with 16 shots. I missed one on the 50M. I was a bit stupid. I have 2 non-penetrating hits. One was at the T54, in which I detracked the guy. And I also have another shot at the ice tree, which I had a crappy shot at. With 7100 damage with 13 penetrating hits, that is quite nice. And also noteworthy, 16 shots fired means lots of reload time, so keep that in mind. I spotted one, the RT, killed 8, damaged 9, no damage caused by my assistants, but that's mainly due to I killed and damaged everything that was in my way. So that is just really easy. 2107 single experience with premium, just a really great game. And well, of course it was just a blast to play this one. And you might wonder what I think of the Foch 145 so far. I think it's still a great tank. Mobility, of course, has been nerfed. Still, it's quite mobile. One of the downsides is, as I said, the frontal armor. That it's similar to what I experienced with the Tortoise. On short distance, it might be easily penetrable, which is kinda a bummer, because of the drum. It's quite a good brawler, of course. You just need to go in at the right moment and you can take down some enemies. You can still do that, but it's more likely to take damage as well. Next to that, it is of course already known that out of 3 shells you'll most likely bounce or critical hit one of the shells. In this case I did that twice. One because I had a bad shot, and the second at the T54 could have been better aimed, but it was also bad luck. Yeah, so so that was just kind of crappy. But if it happens, of course, it's kind of crap. But yeah, that is Wolfang's RNG. So yeah, I think it's a great tank, and I really enjoy it. The Foch was also really a nice tank, but yeah, I was really looking forward to this one, and in my opinion, it really is a nice tank. I hope you find this video also informative if you just got your Foch 5. And if you want to keep or stay updated and haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do so, and hope to see you around in my my other future videos.